get this going. I'm going to hit record so you guys can get to your posts and messages and all that stuff and get to SC. So, all right. I wanted to go over motivating coaches because I know that that is a question that we all ask ourselves. Like, how do I motivate my coaches to do something? And, you know, that's one of those words that's kind of a hard word because in some ways we can't motivate people beyond what they want to do, right? They have to decide for themselves what they want to do. But we can help to try to bring out that inspiration in them and help them find that internal motivation is what we really want to dig out of people. But there are times that you can say all the right things, set them up with all the right tools, and you do everything right, and you're modeling everything right, but they just may not be your person, you know, or may not be the right time in their life. And there's just nothing that you can possibly do to motivate them. And so you can't let that weigh you down and wear on you. But one of the things, you know, that we've been talking about and doing in this group is the importance of modeling for your coaches. And because that helps motivate them is them seeing you do the behaviors and bringing new coaches on board and all of that stuff. That is very important. So let's see, we can all, like I said that, I'm reading my notes. Okay, so while we can't get people to necessarily do things that they don't want to do, right? But we can continue to grow ourselves and raise our own lid. And what we hope to do is get someone who's maybe doing 50% of what you're doing, for example, raise the bar to 75. And that's also why I think it's important as leaders that we be modeling the behaviors, because your coaches are generally going to do a smaller percent of what you're doing. So number one, produce our own results. So, you know, it's definitely demotivating to our coaches when the leader's not showing up and doing things, or leader's not coming to team calls. I think I mentioned this to you guys recently, how I feel like if I hadn't seen Summer go first and go to, first of all, Danny Johnson events, you know, we used to do that a lot as a team. If I hadn't seen Summer jump on going even to Dallas, because I'm like, wow, if Summer thinks this is a great deal, I'm going to go. Like, it must be a great deal if Summer's going, because I admire her that much and have that much respect for her and her leadership. And so that's motivating to me. If I see Summer jumping on team calls, despite all the other crap going on in life and moves and stuff, then I see that as, okay, if she can do that, I can do that too. So, you know, producing your own results as well, with making sure that you're reaching for Success Club. I know that you guys are still working towards that this month, but you're doing the behaviors, you're modeling that, and you're inviting, you're posting. You know, don't disappear from social media, because your coaches will notice that. They'll be like, okay, she's not posting, so I guess I don't need to post either. She's not doing her workouts and engaging in the challenge group. I guess I don't need to do that either. So we want to make sure that we're showing up and keeping in mind this time of year, it is more difficult. I mean, even for us, right, on our own health and fitness journey, there's so much food. I'm like, okay, after this week with all the leftovers, tomorrow it's 3-day refresh. I'm ready for it because I'm feeling it. But where was I going with that? But anyway, this time of year is very difficult for us, or very easy for us all to get off track just with our health and fitness journey. And, you know, and even the volume is lower this time of year. So our paychecks, Nicole and I are talking about it, like paychecks are shrinking and wastes are growing. But we want to combat that by showing the team, like, hey, I'm still over here. I'm still working. I'm still focusing on what I can control. I'm still doing my workouts as well. So number one, work on producing your own results. Number two, we have to learn to sell to our team in the same way that we're selling to our followers. And what I mean by that is sometimes we think, okay, this person's, first of all, think about your challengers. Many times they watch you for several months before that they really know that they can trust you and that they'll jump on board to do what you're doing. And it's the same thing. We have to do that again when coaches come onto our team. You will have the rare occasion where you might get the 2% of coaches that will start with you who are gung-ho, they trust the process, like, hey, I'm in it, I'm gonna rock this business. But that's not the case for most people. It takes a lot of patience when we bring a new coach on the team. Their belief is not there yet, their vision is probably not there yet. I know mine. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I didn't know what my vision was for this business. So that took months for me to figure out, and for me being a part of the process, for me watching Summer do things, from engaging in challenge groups, from me being a part of the product. All of that grew belief in me. And so you've got to remember that your coaches have to gain that trust and that relationship with you. So don't just sign up a coach and think, okay, they got this. Like, they still need a lot of support with their fitness journey. Even if they signed up as a business builder, you need to make sure that you're still like helping them see success there, because that's where that belief is going to grow. I think it's important too to talk about your failures. And I think this is something that we all need to be better about, and me included. We talk about rank advancements, right? And Success Club and all of those things. We like to share those things when we reach those milestones. But what you don't know and you don't see us talk about is drops in rank, and all the objections and the struggles to get to Success Club or sign up a coach this month. And the reason why we do want to share where we were as a new coach, and how it took you some time to get your groove with your inviting, or how you've missed Success Club here and there, but what you're doing to move on. It's important for them to see that, because otherwise they think that they're alone in their failures. And so they can see that, hey, Julie, she's lost her rank before, but she kept going. It didn't derail her. If she can do that, if she can keep going, I can as well. So letting them see that you've been there is very important. And then continuing to share your transformation as well is another way that you sell to your team, showing them that we never stop working on ourselves, that even if you are in great shape now, that you're always going to be challenging yourself to get to the next level, to see how much more that you can do. I love this quote about John Maxwell. He says, don't ask how long will it take? Instead, ask how far can I go? And that's the same thing with our business journeys. Coaches are like, well, how long is it going to take for me to earn this much money? Or how long is it going to take for me to, get to this rank? And instead, they should be asking themselves, how far can I go? It's really the truth is this business is limitless. But if we stop setting goals for ourselves and we stop raising the bar, and we just decide, you know what, it's okay, I'm just going to chill for December. I'm not really going to do my workouts this month. I'm just going to kind of, sit back and start in January. Then guess what? Your team is going to chill as well. They're going to do what you do. Okay, so number 1 was produce your own results. Number 2, sell to your team. Number 3, understanding their language is very important. And I don't know how many of you have taken the personality test by Danny Johnson. It's called GEMS. That's the main one that we tend to talk about within our team. And so I'll send that to you guys in our team, in our message later. But it's really, really cool to do. So first of all, you understand your personality, where your strengths are and your weaknesses. And then when you have coaches on your team who have different strengths and weaknesses, you can understand the way that their mind works. So there's sapphire, rubies, pearls, and emeralds. Okay. Sapphires are like life of the party. They're loud. They're super fun. They maybe have dyed hair, or they color their hair. They like, funky clothes sometimes. They're kind of all over the place. That's me. And rubies are like, they're competitive. They like flashy things. What are some other descriptions of rubies, Julie?
They like recognition. They want to win.
Yeah. If they can't win, sometimes they don't want to do it. What?
They want to see their name in the lights. They want to walk across that stage. They want that recognition and want to win. Very competitive, like competition.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much equal sapphire ruby. They're my two personality traits. And then I'm married to an emerald ruby. So emeralds are very factual driven, perfectionists. They like to know how it's all going to play out, like checklists. Like that's why Greg getting out of the military has been such a difficult decision, because he doesn't know what the future is, and that drives him insane. Like, what's the plan? And then he wants to break down all the numbers. Well, how much money is it going to be if I get out and I give this up? And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes we just have to take a leap of faith and we see what happens. And it's not all about the money. And it's just funny because we process things completely differently and drive each other nuts with that. But it also works. So emeralds they like facts and checklists. I have a lot of emerald coaches on my team. So I have had to learn how to provide that stuff for you guys, because y'all want to know, like, well, how do I do this? What's the invite process? And what do I give them? So I try to produce documents for y'all to have so you understand the steps, or I'll go live and really break it down so y'all can follow what we're doing. And then the pearls are like they're very much like people pleasers. They're more earthy. They are very nurturing. They're very caring. They care a lot about the mission and the vision of things. So when you talk about getting to Success Club, for example, and growing your team, if I'm talking to a pearl and all I'm talking about is you need to hit Success Club and, that's how you make money, they're like, what? Like, that does not motivate them. And so you have to learn what your coach's gym is, and you can even give them that gym test, which I used to have in our new coach checklists. But you could send that to your new coaches. Because if they're a pearl, I need to talk more about how the mission that we're on, and by us hitting certain numbers, that is what's helping us to get to the mission, and what their vision is by helping more people. And that is what is motivating to them. And you can talk about how, if we're not reaching out to people and sharing this thing that we have that has changed our lives, then we're really being selfish by not helping other people and by keeping that to ourselves. And so that is what's more motivating to someone who's more of a pearl personality. So all of those things are just important to know, because sometimes we can be talking to a coach and we're like, they just don't get it. Like, but that's not what they're motivated by, and that's okay. So you got to figure out what they like about it. And also figuring out like ways to relate to them. So if they're going through a struggle, let them know, try to figure out something in their life that they've done that they have overcome that's similar. And so it's like, okay, well, you've done this already in life. So just take what you learned and did in that situation and apply it to this. Maybe you give the example of childbirth, like you carried that baby for 9 months and you were so excited. And then that baby came, and then it was like, oh my gosh, I don't get any sleep. This is such a struggle. What am I going to do? And you're fighting, postpartum blues and all this stuff, but you got through that, right? So just finding examples and analogies that you can use. And maybe talking about how, like, when we have children, like, we love our kids, right? But there's times when our kids just absolutely drive us bonkers, or, we're like, what have we done? But that doesn't mean we love our kids any less, right? We still love them. We're still a parent. We keep going. Let's see. Use pain points in your story, like when you're talking to your coaches, or go live. You guys are welcome to go live and dream big and share things, or if you have a team page, but sharing your own story about where you were and what coaching is helping your family with, or if you're still new to growing your team, what is it that you want this to help your family with that you're tired of being frustrated about in your life? For me, I like sharing the story of, I wanted to be able to travel and take our kids back home to see our family in Texas, and how that just like broke my heart that we wanted to go do that, but it was literally like we didn't even have enough money in our bank account to pay for the gas money to drive from Florida to Texas. And that really was a pain point for me in my life. And that was something that coaching has helped me be able to do. So sharing those things are very important because pain points are really the number one motivator for people. And then number 4 is energy. Showing up with energy. You have to possess that energy that you want to bring out in others. You're never going to attract, you attract who you are, not what you want, right? So you want to put out energy, whether that's on social media, whether that is on a live video that you do in the team page, whether it's in your messages to your coaches using emojis or voice messages. Be excited in the way that you speak with them because they're going to feel that. And I know sometimes if you are more of an introverted personality, that's okay. Like you can still learn how to bring that energy and learn when that energy is needed. Sometimes I don't always, I get tired in the evenings and I'm like, oh man, I got to do a team call tonight. I'm exhausted. So I drink some Energize and do some push-ups or something to get myself pumped up. And then I don't sleep well that night because I drink Energize, but it's totally worth it because I want to show up with energy for my team. And I literally after team calls, I get off and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted because I really try to put out so much energy for my team on team calls. So make sure you're filling yourself up with personal development. I mean, we all have those times. I don't know if it's the time of the month or just things going on in our life where it just feels like your energy dips and it's almost like, I just don't have the energy to talk to anybody today. I'm just struggling myself. And that is when I know I've got to listen to personal development. I go and do something that I know makes me happy. I like to go to the park with my kids, get outside, go shopping, just do something that's fun for me to fill myself up again so that I can help energize other people. We talked about that at our leadership retreat in May, find that thing, anytime that you're feeling frustrated or just burned out, finding that thing that you go do that energizes you again. It can be something small. And it cracks me up. Robin's not on here tonight, but Robin's was go put lotion on her hands. So anytime Robin's stressed out, we're like, Robin, just go put lotion on your hands. It'll be okay. That makes her happy. So, all right. So that was the main things for motivating your coaches. I know it's not one specific thing oh my gosh, that's life-changing I can go do. It's just little things that you've got to make sure that you're doing. Showing up with energy yourself, doing your best to model the behaviors and get results yourself. All of those things are very important, and learning how to speak their language is super, super important. I actually have an entire, where is it? My mom might have it right now, actually. Entire training on GEMS that helps you learn how to do that from Danny Johnson. So, all right. I'm going to stop talking and we'll go through real quick, just share on a scale of 1 to 10 how the tracker went and any question that you have. Let's see. Julie, you want to go first?
Yeah, so tracker, I was pretty good at the beginning week. Wednesday and Thursday, I pretty much didn't really do much. And then Friday and Saturday, I messaged a bunch of people. So tracking, I did okay, except for those 2 days. And Wednesday, I did the very minimum early.
Yeah.
So I guess I could be probably around a 7.
Okay.
And then this week, I just need to focus on hitting Success Club 10. And
you're at how many? 2?
I'm at 4, but one, I think she's returning because she bought 2 things. She bought a Shakeology HD, and then she changed her mind, and then she signed up as a coach with a 2B mindset package. But she says she's gonna, but it gave me points for both. So I'm I'm trying not to count that second,
Yeah. Huh.
So I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, if it comes down to it, I can order something through my sister or something like that if I absolutely have to, but I don't want to,
Right. Yeah, you don't have to do that. Well, let's get some good posts up.
Yeah, I was just working on a picture.
Yeah. Someone just commented on mine. This shot is really lovely. If you want, we can share the post DM. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well,
But
that's not one more thing I wanted to ask. Are you still doing STEM? I'm just so like, I did it and then I kept in between weirdos. So I stopped it and then I was like, okay, I'm going to try again. So I've been doing it again for like another month or so. And I just still am not getting.
no, ask Kimberly for some tips. She had really good success with it.
Okay, I'll ask her.
Make a video for us, but I'm not, just because I wanted to try Jumper because I know a lot of coaches are using them, and I'm like, let me see if this is that much better. But I'm actually going to cancel them because I feel like they're sending off some weird red flags to Instagram. And like Ali Tessatori's account got like what do you call it, like blacklisted basically the other day. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm canceling. So anyway.
Part of it, yeah, I haven't signed up for the STEM Social either because, well, I'm part Emerald, so I went and Googled and did did research on it. And
I never do any of that. I'm like, oh, so we'll just try it.
So, so I Googled and the reviews were mixed about it. So I didn't jump in because
it's 5 days free.
50-50. Yeah. So I might just do those 5 days free and see what happens.
Maybe I can ask Kimberly to do a little video, and that would help you guys, where to start at least, because that's the most important part, is making sure your targeting is good on it.
Yeah.
But I think some of these companies too are good for a while, and then everybody starts using them, and then it's not so good. So that's like the thing with Jumpers. I think a lot of they had like all these coaches using it, and I don't know. I think over a while it's like it saturates it or something. So
that could be.
Yeah. All right. Ashley, scale of 1 to 10. Sorry.
Hey, sorry. Not good. This week, actually, I just opened the tracker because I was going to try to fill in the second half of the week, and my first half of the week wasn't filled in, which I thought I had done. I'm pretty sure I had done Monday and Tuesday, so I'm not sure what happened there. But
maybe you did it on a different week.
Maybe I did. Yeah.
I noticed when I opened it, it wasn't like the weeks on the bottom.
They weren't in the right order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe,
so maybe you did it on a week.
Maybe. But I'm off tomorrow when the kids are at school. I have to go in tomorrow night, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm going to sit down and focus and do some good follow-ups and invites. Hopefully, Mondays are usually my day where I get most of my business done. And then, of course, with the holiday, it's just, I don't even think I posted on Thursday. Maybe I did my workout post and that was it.
Okay.
So yeah, this week wasn't the greatest. My goal was to hit SC10 this week and didn't even get one. But
right. You had guests over there too. I'm like, I don't know how you were surviving.
Yes.
Upgrade again. Okay, we have 10 minutes. All right. I want to fix this. I better fix that for tomorrow.
Yeah. I thought it was just because it kicked me off before, but I guess it did.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Do you have a question, Ashley?
No, I don't think so. I'm good.
All right. Christina?
Oh, Lord. Not good. I mean, like less than 5. I feel like I started the week out good. And then, yeah, I mean, I could use my husband as an excuse, but truth is, I mean, I could have made it happen. You know what I mean? Like everybody has stuff that happens. So yeah, not very good, but today I already sat down. I already have my list of, I made my list for the week of invites, who I'm going to invite, my follow-up list, my Hey Girl list. They're all written out. So okay. I can sit down and, I'm focused. I can sit down and focus, like, this is who I'm messaging. It's not going to find who I'm going to message. So I'm setting myself up to have a much better week.
And I think what I'm trying to be better about is the thing that I know that I need to get better at in order to improve my business that I tend to put off. I'm like trying to make myself do that first. So if that's inviting, make yourself do that first. Like for me, sometimes it's adding new people and connecting with brand new people. Like I'm really good at following up and inviting, but like finding new people to connect with, since it takes a little longer, I don't always love doing that. So I try to make myself do that first in the morning now. Like 10 minutes, go through people who've liked my posts on Instagram, or I scan my stories and see what new people I can connect with in there. I try to do that first. Then I go right into following up and inviting. And I always do that first thing in the day. And then my messages, returning messages, if I can try to return as many messages as I can in the afternoon, I do. But I haven't gotten the messages very much in the last few days. But I have invited and followed up. So that takes care of some of the messages. But I'm sure my inbox is a little crazy. All right.
Sorry, I just figured it out on the tabs. There's 2 tabs for 11:19 to 11:25.
Please see. Leave it to the Sapphire to create the slide.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I pay attention to that when I can look over it. Okay, Elizabeth, go ahead.
Okay, so I think for a holiday week I did okay. I'd probably say a 6 or a 7. Definitely didn't do everything on the tracker, but I got a little bit each day. So a little bit low on the invites this week, but I got all my connects in, I believe, by the end of the week after making some days up. And I signed up a new coach today, which was awesome. Someone who's actually ready to like work the business. So that's my first one. So she's like jumping in, ready to go. Apparently she's been talking with other people that do Beachbody, and we connected. So that's cool. That was on Instagram. So that's a couple firsts there. So a quick question on that. I think I remember because she's already asking like where the training and all that stuff is. It's all under the Dream Big, under the units, right?
Yeah, I do have it in there now for you guys.
Okay.
But
okay. So once we get,
I have a tab there for you that says like how to train your new coach.
Okay, good.
And then what I send mine now is this Google checklist. So you have the ability in those directions, copy my Google checklist to make it. And the reason I like that is because it's really streamlined and easy for them to go through. And then it puts their information into an Excel spreadsheet for me. So now I have, because they fill out their About Me form basically in that checklist. And so now I have why they decided to become a coach and what some of their struggles are. And so if I'm ever like, okay, what was their motivation for doing this? I can refer back to that spreadsheet. It's already documented. Because sometimes, coaches will tell you, oh, I want to leave my job. And then all of a sudden they fade, a month into it. And so you can bring that back up and say, hey, I know your motivation was you want to leave your job. Is that still what you want to work towards? Talk to me about what's going on. So yeah, you'll send them that, and then they'll move into the self-paced training on Thinkific.
Okay.
So all of that's in that document on how to train your coach, so you can look through that.
Okay, perfect.
That's exciting.
Yeah, real exciting.
You don't remember her name? You say?
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, it was like cutting out. Her name's she goes by Kate, or Katerina is her first name. So I haven't gotten her. We've connected through Instagram, so we haven't connected yet through Facebook. So she said she was going to do that tonight after like getting kids to bed. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll be connected there, and I can get her all in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, great. Okay, y'all. Well, let's make it a great week. Get your stuff done. Make it just like your win the day, right? No matter what, treat it like a job, so it'll pay you back like a job. And even then, like Ashley, I know you work full time, and so does Elizabeth. If it's hard to invite 5 people a day, then maybe you do more on 1 or 2 days during the week, which is totally okay with me. Okay, so just document on there, oh, I invited 15 people today. So as long as you're aiming to get 20, 25 invites out per week, especially when you're trying to reach Success Club, that's kind of what you want to make sure you're looking at, is that you're just inviting enough people.
And that's combo challenge group coach, right?
Yeah.
As far as invites.
Yeah. I mean, we could change that up on the tracker a little bit if y'all wanted, to where we say like, I don't know, 1 coach a day or 5 coaches per week or something like that, to where that's a little bit more specific. Do y'all want to do that?
I like that because I think sometimes it's easier to invite challengers than it is coaches. So if we have it designated that we need to invite so many of each, a little extra push.
Yeah, it is for me too, because I'm on a tracker too, and it's like, okay, it says 10 invites a day. How am I going to find these 10 people? But okay. It does push you knowing you got to check it off. The other thing I want to ask y'all is, do you like Sunday nights, or would you like to do it like on a Thursday night or something, like our calls? Or you don't care?
I'm fine with Sunday. Sundays, especially this going into December, will probably be the only time I would be able to anyway, because I have holiday parties like every night of some Sunday nights, but.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we can keep it like this for now.
I'm good with Sunday.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm good with what's best for y'all. So, all right, it says less than a minute. I need to upgrade this thing for tomorrow. All right, y'all get your post up.
All right. Oh, should I log in as you for the workout or not?
Yeah,
In the morning?
yeah, you can log in as me.
Okay.
All right, bye. Good night, y'all.